So, how many of you have had a laundry room and the box or the outlet, called the outlet box for the washer and dryer, either a valve's bad or it's leaking or the box is broke and you have to replace that? Well, that's what today's video is all about. All right, so I'm doing some renovations on the rental side of our duplex, getting ready for our oldest daughter to be moving in here. And look what I found. That is rust. It's so rusty. This pipe right here goes into the wall, and on this side of the wall is the garage. Now, for those of you that know anything about water softeners, this house has a water softener because we deal with hard water. Water softeners use salt. So in the builder's infinite wisdom, they built this house with a metal washer and dryer box. This comes from the softener as a discharge overflow type thing to go into the hole with salt water. So what did it do? Rusted it out. Now I get the pleasure of cutting the wall open and replacing it. So stick with me and I'll show you how to replace a laundry outlet box. You know, I thought there has to be a remodel box or something like that. Well, let me tell you, I looked everywhere here in town. The only thing I could find is a plastic, which will deal well with the salt, a plastic rough-in box made by Oatey. So the plan is to cut open the wall, disconnect the current valves that are in the box from the water lines, remove the box, reinstall a new box, install the water lines to the new fittings, and then sheetrock it back up. Hopefully close it back up. We'll see how it works. Okay, let me show you what I've got so far, or what I've done so far. So I removed the washer and the dryer, and then here I have a 220 electrical box that was posted right here. So it comes here and it's mounted up right there. So I had to remove that because I'm going to be cutting the sheetrock out here. And then I've got an outlet here. I wanted to make sure both of those electrically were secured because I'm dealing with water. So I found the studs. You can see I put a couple holes here because I'm going to be doing sheetrock work anyway. And I found where the center of the studs are. I'll cut right down the center of the studs below the current box and then be able to access this box. Let's get started. Try to cut it right at the top of the box. Now, because I'm going to be cutting right onto a saw, right down the center of a stud, I'm not going to use a keyhole saw. I'm actually going to use my oscillating tool, and I'll cut that out with power. All right, so we got it cut out, and you can see we got right on the studs. We got to figure out how we're going to deal with all this. I'll go ahead and cut this plastic. Get that folded out of our way. Get in here where we can look at these lines. All right. Go turn the water off, and I'll be back. Water lines are done. Now it's a matter of, it looks like I'm gonna have to cut this drain pipe here And then I'm probably gonna have to cut these off. See what I get down here. There, we got it. All right, everything's been cut off, so I should be able to just pull this right out of here. Yep. All right, let's get the new box. So this is our new box. We've got PEX fittings on the bottom. It's a plastic box which will hold up to the salt. So we should be able to just fit it in here. Okay, so we're gonna need to, we gotta clean up the pipe where we cut. We're just gonna set it down in the wall just a little bit. Looks like it's gonna work perfectly. So you can see how it's gonna work. These tabs will fit in behind the sheetrock. All right, well, I think I've got everything set up here to install the new box. I've got everything cut. I've got the fittings for here and here to the crimp fittings for the PEX. All right, we got the crimp fittings on here, and the trick here is now trying to get these on there. Okay, so that one's on. That one's on, so that's good. We can crimp that. Alright, it's on. Whew. Then we can crimp that one. All right, so we got it all mounted in there, and use a little bit of PVC tape here to tape everything back up. All right, it's time to cut a piece of sheetrock, fit it in there, patch it all up. We got the new sheetrock in place. All we gotta do is just tape and mud it. And then we'll shoot some spackle on it, or some texture on it, and then it should blend right into the wall, and you'll never know I patched it. I'm gonna use this, it's got an adhesive side to it. It's a fabric tape instead of a paper tape. And it's just because it's what I have, and I'm not gonna go buy anything I don't need it. So much easier to bevel the edges anytime you're doing a sheetrock patch. Gives you a cleaner and easier to mud. All right, so we got the second coating of mud on the wall. We sanded the first coat and then went a little bit wider, and then put the second coat on. We'll wait for that to dry, sand it, and then put some texture on it and paint it. All right, so we got the patch completed here. You can kind of see it's all right here, and I got it textured, so all I gotta do is paint it. If you liked any part of this video, give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. It really helps the YouTube algorithm for other people to find us and for YouTube to push our content out. I can't thank you enough. Here's what we did. We got the new outlet box in. Everything's put back together. Let me get it close up here. There it is. Guys, the job's done. It's gonna last a great, well, it should last forever now because it's plastic and we don't have to deal with the salt water damaging the plastic like it did the metal box. So thanks for watching, guys. Again, leave a comment. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, here we are. The laundry room is all put back together. You can see behind here. All the water lines are hooked up. Looks good. Looks real good.